Excuse me, is this the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater? I'd like 2 tickets to the next episode of Smart Girls. And keep the change!
Smart girls have more fun.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Smart Girls at the Party, the show that celebrates individuals who are changing the world by being themselves. With me today is doctor, teacher, writer, globetrotter, lover of love, and real-life superhero, Dr. Jane Aronson. So, Jane, tell me about WWO. What is WWO for people
Worldwide
who don't?
Orphans Foundation. The mission is to transform the lives of orphan children so that they can be independent in their own communities. But it started off where we were, really having an adventure to discover what were the needs of orphan children in their communities first. And that was 16 years ago. And then gradually over time, since no one cared about orphans, since they're so isolated out of the community, that we started to provide services to them. So that would mean, bringing in therapists, artists, musicians, bringing in sport, camp, all kinds of activities to help kids feel more normal, like regular kids.
You talk about it being important for them to feel like it connected to their own community. Why is that important?
I'm reminded of what happened in Boston. I have to say it, that the beauty of tragedy is that if the underlying structure of the community is strong and powerful, nothing can make people feel lost. Mm-hmm. People have themselves and their neighbors and their families. Doesn't matter how cruel and unfair and unjust. Things go on, and they get better.
We were in Haiti together, speaking of young people, and Haiti is a country that is filled with young people. I think it was like
60% of the population of Haiti is less than 20. And most of those kids don't get educated. Only 3% graduate from high school.
Right.
And they're all these just beautifully, talk about resilient beings. They have such adversity in their lives, but culturally, Haitian culture is full of art and music and dance. And so they're really surrounded by the most important elements that remind them about mindfulness again, that they're aware of their bodies, their souls, their pain, their happiness. They're the most tender youngsters. And that's what drives us all to be successful. So the youth were our focus from the very beginning. When we went to Haiti 3 years ago, we realized instantly, oh my God, we're surrounded by millions of youth who are so alive and full of vitality. They'll be the ones that will train. We'll work on their understanding of family dynamics and early childhood development, and we'll have them teach the kids with music and motion, dance and theater and toy library to teach children how to play and then teach adults how to play.
Why are arts important to an orphan?
Well, arts are important to all of us, whether we realize it or not. And I think the basic, message on that is being able to express yourself. The only thing we have in the struggle to, deal with all of the challenges we have, whether it's, our mortality or a lack of sense of self and identity, is our ability to express ourselves. So whether you're being able to share a joke or a funny moment with someone or do a dance or write a poem or play a sport, all of that is really an expression, a very basic expression of you as a very simple entity. It's your physical being, it's your inner self, your ability to observe and take those observations and turn them into something artistic, because it's your individual observation that then drives an expression.
Now, speaking of expression, creative expression, you wrote a book. So Meredith has been reading the book. Hi, Meredith.
Hi, hey Jane.
So Meredith, what's the title of the book?
Carried in Our Hearts, The Gift of Adoption, Inspiring Stories of Families Created Across Continents.
Excellent. So can you tell us a little bit about the book?
The book is a sweet little book. It's pretty. The book is a tribute to all the families who I worked with and maybe not even have met. I worked with over 10,000 people over the years, helping them traverse a very challenging pathway to adopting a child from domestic as well as foreign. But this book is a kind of a thank you. I reached out to the people who I had known. I asked them if they wanted to write a story about their experience, which really outlines the pathway of adoption, the decision, the journey, the moment we met, early challenges, becoming a family, and including a little bit of politics about the fact that these are the lucky kids who got adopted, and it's a very small number, but there's millions of children in the world, probably 153 million plus, who will live without parental care in their world, and we need to reach out to those guys and those girls. Those little boys and girls need support.
The young people inspire. I know they inspire me. They inspire you, right? Being around young people.
You know, I really feel like, you know, I guess it's kind of an old-fashioned idea, but I haven't changed at all. I'm just 9. I decided recently.
Is that the age?
I'm 9.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in puberty. Puberty's kind of a dicey moment in life. And I'm really very young in my thoughts, my vision. And what that allows me to do is I really feel like so close to children and youngsters that, you know, I really just want to be with them. And as the foundation grows, I'm very aware that as my hair becomes whiter and whiter, that the population of those who support us must be younger and younger. So I'm seeking out young people constantly. We have a junior board now, and we're growing it on both coasts. And I'm eagerly taking meetings, even though, you know, my board might at some point say to me, you know, why did you take that meeting? Why are you going there? And I say, the more meetings with young people, the better I feel, because I feel like they're inspiring me to do better work, and I'm helping them to stay above water in a very challenging world.
Well, what do you say to people? You know, we have a lot of young people that watch the show, and they sometimes feel like things are insurmountable, that they can't change anything. How do you encourage them? What do you think is the first step in connecting to the rest of the world?
You ask such nice and easy questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm very, very good at this.
You are.
Thank you.
It's an easy one, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a life issue, that you could feel that way about anything. You get up in the morning and things are too much. It's the nature of being a human being. I think that it's very easy to encourage youngsters who want to make a difference these days. There's so many choices. I start by saying, you know what? That you want to make a difference is fantastic. That's number one, because you have so many places to go. So just do something. You don't have to do something for me and my orphans. I always tell them that. It's not a requirement. You could go and do things to have clean water and less pollution, take care of the environment. You can do things for girls, for women, because, boy, girls and women need a lot of support out in the world. We're last on the list. I said, but if you're interested in children, the children who need the most are children who live without parental guidance and parental care. And there's things that people can do either in the field, like you did, or there's lots they can do at home.
Jane, we're going to finish our interview today with a hard-hitting question. We've talked about some serious stuff, but the answer to this question is the most important. And what I'm going to need you to do is tell me the truth, and you have to pick one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Talk like Yoda.
Why?
He had a sweet little voice. There was a character in that voice. There was gentleness and love, you know, and like, you know, I love those movies. And, you know, Yoda, for my children, by the way, they really loved him so. And, you know, I don't mind Darth Vader's breathing, but it you know, I actually thought it was pretty smart. But you know how I am. It's about the love. It's that love thing.
Perfect. Meredith?
Well, I'm going to say talk like Yoda if that means with the wisdom along with the voice. Because I always like sounding wise.
Right, sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too wise. I think I'm more about, you know, the
I just want to remind you guys that Yoda talks like this.
I know.
I just want to remind you that's what he talks like.
I know that voice.
Okay. I'm going to say I would like to breathe like Darth Vader.
You just want to be
Yeah,
an
I'm
anti.
yeah,
You're
I'm
anti-anti move,
just
right?
I'm just being devil's advocate. But
Can you do it right now?
oh no, only when I really exert myself. But I feel like, yeah, I feel. That's basically how I sound when I sleep.
Me too.
Yeah. So I technically already breathe like Darth Vader. Jane, thank you for coming to the UCB Theater and sitting here and talking about your incredible work and how arts are important in every aspect of your work. And now we're going to end this episode like we end every episode. 1, 2, 3, dance party!